Kevin Dresser landed during this offseason, coming off his best run at Nationals, placing 6th in the country, the All-American for Iowa State. There is Jordan Williams, the junior who grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Has been splitting some time early on this year in the Hawkeye lineup. Victor Voinovich, well, for Iowa State, no doubt at this weight, it's been Vincent Zerbin, the redshirt senior, grew up in Illinois. Won a lot of matches in his career, ranked number 3 in the country. Ty Waters headlining the pack from West Virginia. And Rock, you start to do the math a little bit. Whether you're a Cyclone or a Hawkeye, if you're Iowa, you know what you have coming up at 65, 74, and 84. For Iowa State, this almost becomes a must-get if you're to knock off the run that Iowa's enjoying.
Very true.
Early shot by Williams. Zerbin putting his whizzer in, defensive mechanism early on. Williams tried to limp his arm out of that, still has the right leg airborne. Now Zerbin picks up his other leg, tried to curl it around the back. Unique tie-up 30 seconds into this first period. And nothing comes of it.
Zerbin wants a 7-minute scramble fest. He wants situations like that where he can just get in and create opportunities. While Jordan Williams likes space, and he has a super quick duck that he's been hitting since junior national days.
What's the strategy as you see Williams lightning quick, a really low strike, and for the second time he's in on a leg. But Rock, when you look at the style of Zerbin, if you're Williams in Iowa, what's the strategy wrestling an unorthodox type wrestler like Zerbin?
Well, with Zerbin, when you wrestle someone like him, you have to finish quickly. And you can see Jordan Williams got into the shot, but when there's just a little hesitation, it gives Zerbin an opportunity to create his offense. When you wrestle guys like Zerbin, you have to finish quickly and be disciplined.
Straight on double there by Zerbin. Switches to the outside of the body of Williams, and now for the first time it's Zerbin on the offensive.
Oh, nice, nice.
Roll through, and both wrestlers pop away unscathed. My goodness.
I think that was a mutual clap by both sides.
Yes.
That's like a touche.
Williams, like his Little Rock teammate, now Hawkeye teammate, Nasir Bailey, bumping up a weight to 157. Look at the career of Jordan Williams, 2-time NCAA qualifier, both times at 149 pounds. Made it to the round of 12 last year, fresh off winning a Pac-12 title, and he feels this is his best weight. Some people might think, well, is he a little small for this weight? But he is 100% sold that this is his highest performance as far as competing at 157.
He looks like a solid size 57-pounder as well.
One thing about Williams, it's always good television. He has been a guy who's had the flair for the dramatic.
Yes.
He told us last year before Nationals, there's always going to be fireworks when I step on the mat. I guarantee you both that when you call one of my matches. So many thrilling wins throughout the years, and you can go back to his younger days as a competitor at Fargo and continuing on at high school. Actually started his career at Oklahoma State before making the move to Little Rock. First period comes to an end, and we are scoreless. Tom Brand's into the portal this year. We saw the dividends pay off with Peterson earlier today. Bailey and Williams, the two teammates coming together, and then at 197 going to the Division III ranks, and it looks like he might have found a gym at 197.
He did, and can't wait to see him.
Zerbin underneath.
You see,
waist applied here by Williams.
You see how he stretched him out and then reached back over to get the overhook, or what we call whizzer in wrestling?
One escape, Zurban.
Zurban gets away, 21 seconds for Williams with the ride, 1-0. Vincent Zurban, third ranked in the country. In on that low ankle.
You see I scissored the leg, now he's gonna try and work his way through. He's got the wrist underneath. So Zurban now is behind, a much better position, now he's tabling it. Watch the dive through there by Jordan Williams.
Shelves up that leg, quick with the attack, captures the second, and the first takedown goes to Zurban.
Zurban is good on top.
1 minute.
There's a big
1 minute remains.
big momentum switch right here. Now Zurban is a strong top wrestler. Williams has got to get out quickly.
You know what's interesting, Rock, is we cross past the intermission and into the final 5 weights. The offense in this duel has come from the feet. We haven't seen the mat offense so far through the first 5 weights.
And that's interesting because the big difference in college wrestling is the mat. Now the leg is in. He kind of brought that leg in, and now Zurban is in a better position where he can really put the pressure on Williams and make Williams make a tough decision on the third period. Does he want to go underneath or does he want to go neutral? This is a good position. Watch the armbar.
Yep, real comfortable ride. Has the right arm of Williams curled up underneath. Our official Titus Godbolt right on top of it. Williams wisely able to clear out his arm. Slowly into a stand-up, trying to turn and face. Now he's going to get the 2 on the reversal, and Williams right back into it.
That was pretty. They're trying to get 1 here.
Short time, 5 seconds. Williams anchoring on in, he will hold, and he gets the reversal late. Tom Brand's happy with what he saw from his transfer.
So he reaches back, almost had a headlock there, and then just turn his hips and get the reversal. So Jordan Williams took bottom. 4-2 match. Pivotal match.
It'll be a caution up top on Zurban. You're given a couple of cautions. The third time, though, they will penalize you. See if Zurban tries to stick his leg in again and try to hit the leg ride. Does not, because Williams up into a tripod, into a standing position here. Now Zurban slips in the leg for a moment. Mat return, and he takes him right to his back.
This is big time. That's a 3-point near fall. Just open things up. Now we talk about bonus points.
What was the mistake Williams made on that last exchange?
He reached back. Now, before the second period, he reached back and he might get near fall again. Not quite 45. 45, not there. He's still looking. The referee's there. It's got to be 45 degrees, and it's not quite. It's probably 44 degrees, though.
See the baseball grip that he has on the wrist of Williams. Gives up on that position. Now here come the legs. Williams trying to roll his way out. Comes in on the leg. Control still with Zurban, so no points awarded yet. And now the 1 given, and it's 8-3, but Zurban has a minute 33 riding time.
And with the riding time, it's 9-3. A takedown would be absolutely huge, not just for this match, but also for the dual meet.
Riding time gets locked. Can Zurban find a bonus point for Iowa State? Williams gave up on the edge, and Zurban said thank you very much, and he gets the 3. Oh my goodness.
He stopped wrestling. He stopped wrestling. You learn that from a young age. Keep wrestling until the whistle. Watch this. He just slows down. He stops. Stops right there. He in, take down. That is important. You keep wrestling.
Heads up by Zurban too with the toe drag, executed beautifully along the edge.
He's gotta get a reversal here. Big time win here by Vinny Zurban.
Into the Cy-Hawk rivalry for the first time, and he delivers a bonus point for Iowa State. In a weight the Cyclones needed to get, Zurban delivers the win and then some, the major decision. 4 huge team points for the Cyclones.
Here he steps in, hips across, right to his back. This is when it opened up. Before, you saw that Williams reached back and it helped him in the second period. This time, Vinny Zurban flexed on him. That is big time implications for this dual meet. Man, this is good stuff. It was clear, Sean, he stopped wrestling.
We'll see if the mistake comes back to haunt Iowa as we go to 165 pounds. And now here come the Hawkeyes and their firepower. Michael Caliendo, the redshirt senior for Iowa State, unbeaten the junior Connor Uten. Caliendo, the 3-time All-American, started his career at North Dakota State. Just keeps getting better and better with the Iowa coaching, and now in a position to try to get Iowa back on track. Nobody better if you look at this Hawkeye lineup to get the job done.
Caliendo, he doesn't get startled, he doesn't get rattled. He's been in the national finals. He has a motor and he has a desire to compete.
For the Cyclones at 165.
Last time out in the duel against Pitt, Caliendo put up 22 points in the Tech Fall win. Connor Uten wrestled him tough a year ago in the duel. In fact, it was this duel that Uten suffered the season-ending knee injury that cost him a lot of time on the mat. You still see the after effects, that big protective brace on his leg. So Caliendo and Uten for the second straight year in the Cy-Hawk.
One thing that you may not know about Uten, he has a gas tank. He's not going to get worn down when it comes to just being tired. Now Caliendo has the combination of a great motor, but also technically he's really strong.
Caliendo, the NCAA runner-up from a year ago. And there's the offense that Iowa fans love to see. Not wasting any time. 30 seconds in, Caliendo fires the opening salvo, and Iowa with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a good start for the Hawkeyes.
Caliendo talked about how fast the years have gone by, starting in Fargo and then making his way to Iowa City, looking for a tilt here, but Uten gets back to his base. 3-1, Caliendo on top, approaching a minute into this first period. The recipe for success, the formula for Caliendo has stayed the same. Control the center, you'll see him do that. He will impose his will and he will score as many points as possible.
And that's what Iowa wrestlers have been known for. Aggressive, scoring opportunities, never back down. And Caliendo is wrestling that type of match right now.
Iowa State.
Second opportunity to score, has that leg way up in the trees, foot sweep and a beauty and 3 more. And Caliendo goes up 6-1.
This is what Dresser was talking about when I interviewed him. He said, look, we know the strength of the lineup is coming up, and this is the start of their strength. 65, then 74, and then 84.
You look at some of the names that Caliendo has battled throughout the years in the weight classes he has competed. Of course, Mitchell Messenbrink. We saw David Carr in attendance here for Iowa State. Keegan O'Toole, he ran into him. He's went through some of the biggest names that this sport has put out there the last few years.
And it's gotten better. Each year you see him getting progressively better. as I mentioned before, Uten is going to continue to wrestle. He's not going to get discouraged by being down because he knows he can keep going.
Caliendo thinking one more takedown in what has been a very productive opening 3 minutes.
Sometimes it takes a moment to catch the rhythm and the speed of your opponent. And it seems like Uten is getting to that point where he's kind of feeling the speed of Caliendo.
First period belonging to Brands and his senior Hawkeye, Caliendo, 6'2", Iowa. Uten will start underneath. Yeah, he talked about his even keel personality. This is an athlete. Just as a parent and you're watching your young student come through this sport of wrestling, this is the demeanor you want. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. Soft-spoken, the ability to bounce back. And the drive for continual offense. Uten gets away fairly quickly to start this second period.
A little misdirection there by, there was a misdirection there by Caliendo. One takedown by Caliendo really starts to open it up, and they start thinking bonus points. But as we said before, Caliendo's been all offensive, but it's only 6-3, and one takedown by Uten, and it's tied up.
Iowa's 2 wins, in case you're just joining us. Peterson at 125, and then in the tiebreakers, it was Block picking up the second Hawkeye win.
1 minute remains, 1 minute.
You bring up a good point, Rock, with Connor Uten. Just a takedown away from tying it. Riding time, not a factor. 6'3", Caliendo.
And this is what happened before. Caliendo is going to get his lead, and Uten will just stay there and not doing a whole lot, but he's staying right in the middle. He's not backing up.
Fight for wrist control. Both wrestlers disengage. Uten comes back in with the collar tie.
Caliendo setting up a misdirection, shooting to the right leg, and then looking to the knee brace leg of Uten.
Oh, look at that by Caliendo, and he will take him over for 3. Caliendo on the reshot gets the takedown. He will ride him out for the final 2 seconds, and Caliendo heads into the third up 9-3. That's the poise of a veteran right there, knowing the clock and the situation.
He gets in and he just drives through on a double, scores late to be up, and immediately bonus points are the thought process of Caliendo.
David Carr did not like seeing that last exchange. Caliendo, quick stand up, and he is away, and a 10-3 lead for the Hawkeye.
Good shot there, really good shot. He's going to table it, watch him walk up. He's pushing the shoulder away.
Takedown, Caliendo.
This is exactly what Iowa expected and wanted.
Blood in the water for Caliendo, cut and release. Up 13-4.
Okay.
Tried to change level. Uten not doing much, so there's the stall call. Second time they've tagged Uten. And now Caliendo had the whip over. Traps the arm, gets another takedown. He's going to cut and release again. This will make it 17-5. Riding time at 53 seconds.
Tech fall will be huge here.
Again, a tech fall would be 5 team points for Iowa. He is in, and he dumps him over. And Caliendo with the technical fall win. Oh, did Iowa ever need that? And the brave Hawkeye souls who made the journey all the way from Eastern Iowa voicing their approval from Caliendo. He puts up 20. That's 42 points scored by Caliendo over his last 2 matches. 5 team points for Iowa, and just like that, the Hawkeyes slice it down to 3. Michael Caliendo scored 22 in the win against 25th-ranked Dylan Evans, and today in Ames, when his team needed it, he delivers one more time. Puts up a 20 spot on Uten, a technical fall win. And he's with Rock Harrison.
Mikey Caliendo with a tech fall. You look great out there. How is your offense shooting?
Felt good. I had that one misdirection. It felt really good. You know, once I get one, they just start rolling up. So I felt good out there.
Did you feel any pressure because of the way the dual meet was going to score?
No, I go out and do what I need to do to get my job done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
174, a veteran for Iowa, and Kennedy, MJ Gaitan, 2 wrestlers who have lit up the scoreboard in their previous meeting. We'll find out what's in store next. Competing, they have yet to taste a defeat, 38-0, and they have star power up and down their lineup, headlined by Kennedy Blades, the Olympic silver medalist Kylie Welker, senior world medalist, the inaugural NCAA Women's Wrestling Championships right in the Hawkeyes' backyard in Coralville inside the beautiful Extreme Arena. Looking forward to that. 174 pounds, it will be number 2 Patrick Kennedy for Iowa. Turning All-American after his 4th place showing last year, taking on the high flyer MJ Gaitan. Gaitan, the 2-time NCAA qualifier. And Rock, you don't have to go back too far. The last time these two met, you look up at the scoreboard and there were 27 points up on the board. Kennedy, a 14-13 win. Will we be in store for that type of high-octane match one more time here this afternoon?
Kennedy's gotten much better since last year. And Gaitan, when we talked to Coach Dresser, he said that he's gotten more disciplined and not just always being a high flyer. But hey, high flyer may not hurt in this dual meet.
Kennedy trying to get to his offense early. Gaitan stopples that. Now he rolled him over for a brief moment. Kennedy was exposed there, but he kept rolling through, and no harm as the action goes out of bounds. Woo. Well, we shouldn't be surprised.
That high fly action. Watch, he pops his head up. He goes for a shot, and then when he pops his head, watch the headlock come. And Kennedy, being the veteran, he didn't panic. He just rolled with the momentum.
Yeah, Gaitan with the headlock in that position catches a lot of guys, not Kennedy. MJ Gaitan really looking the part this year for Iowa State. Spent a ton of time in the weight room this offseason to really fill out at 174. Looking for his first win in 3 tries in the Cy-Hawk series. Lost to Nelson Brands, and then we talked about to Kennedy a couple of years ago. Kennedy in a scoring opportunity near the edge. No points awarded yet. Gaitan trying to slip 3. And the 3 is awarded. He captured control of the second leg while keeping his toe in bounds. Great work in limited real estate by Patrick Kennedy.
And that's that rushing. He took his time, secured the second leg, got the takedown.
Kennedy, the returning All-American, took 4th last year at 174. Gaitan with a roll through, and he is away for the point. Kevin Dresser told us this week with MJ Gaitan, they're trying to find a perfect balance with him. We talked about he's always great theatrics for a fan because he can hit the big move from every angle. But they're trying to get the fundamentals really dialed in with him. And Dresser talked about it. Historically, when you look at the top 6 wrestlers in the nation, very rarely do they fall for the junkyard stuff. You have to win with the good basic fundamentals, good leg attacks, good defense. He's on the defense here, Kennedy.
Interesting, he's going to try and roll him through now.
1 minute remains, 1 minute.
So you see, Kennedy was putting his hand in the middle to try and step up. His right hand was trying to blink.
Again, he has Kennedy exposed, neutral danger, and he gets the three. Neutral danger, 3 points. Gaitan snatches the lead.
Hey, high flying always works when it's supposed to work. Four, nice first period. Now the question is, can Gaitan keep up the pace of Kennedy? Kennedy's not going to slow down. He's going to grind and create opportunities.
Short time, final seconds, dwindling off the clock, entertaining 3 minutes. And we go to the second, tied at 4. This is our featured women's basketball matchup on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. Tuesday, #1 UConn returns to Tampa, where they won their 12th national championship back in April. They take on USF, a Bulls team they've never lost to. They're 34-0 against South Florida. Coverage begins at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. Gaitan sits out. Comes around to the front side, and Kennedy just cuts him away, and Gaitan with his first lead of the matchup, 5-4.
Kennedy continues to move forward, but he'll move forward and then hit a sweep single. You know what? Kennedy felt that. He felt the chin, and then he felt the underhook. He said, no, let me get my hips low. If he kept his hips live, you might have saw a cement mixer.
Back into the waterfall position. Gaitan very comfortable here. Has the arm to work with. Jumps around and gets the takedown. So Gaitan up 8-4.
He's just a step ahead. He's just a little bit ahead.
That return near the edge. Crossing underneath a minute and a stall on Kennedy.
He stepped out towards the out of bounds. When you start to reach out to that, so here's a rolling. Right when he was turned just a little bit, he said, let me belly down. Because if he had stayed there, he might have got put on his back. Gaitan is just a step ahead. Just a little bit ahead of Kennedy right now. And he looks very composed.
Kennedy, the 3-time NCAA qualifier, trailing by 3. Riding time not a factor. Everything pretty much on the feet and on the scrambles from the feet. We've seen a neutral danger call. We've seen a traditional 3 from Gaitan. 8-5 advantage. 25 seconds and counting, period 2. Iowa State leading by 3 in the team duel. Let's not forget the history between these two teams. Iowa has won 20 straight in this long-standing duel that dates back to 1919.
Hey. Gaitan is wrestling a very smart match. The fans are behind. They're giving him a standing ovation, even with 1 period left. They know how important this actual match is for the dual meet. And Sean, keep in our back pocket about this guy named Ben Keeter, who got that 1 point at the heavyweight.
Kennedy is away, 8-6. A match we knew that would be decided on the feet will be as we hit the climax at 1:45 to go.
One thing that Kennedy has to do once he gets in the shot, he has to finish quickly. Otherwise, Gaitan is going to get to a position where he can just do his roll and high-flying attacks.
Patrick Kennedy, one of those wrestlers so easy to cheer for. He's a zero maintenance guy, always true to himself. His teammates absolutely love him. Comes in on a double, scroll back here by Gaitan. Heavy hips, and now it's Kennedy. Gaitan with the whizzer still applied. Shoulder to shoulder, we've been down this road before. And they come back up to their feet.
Kennedy's got to keep coming. He's got a stall point against him. He's still going. Gaitan has got to stay in the middle. This is the match right here. He's got to stay center. Gaitan is doing a good job of staying right at the eye of Iowa State. He cannot move. He's got to stay right there. We're almost down to 30 seconds. Huge implications for the dual meet.
Over under by Gaitan, 25 seconds.
Watch an Iranian coming up.
Yep.
An Iranian may come up.
Took the words right out of my mouth. 17 seconds, and we get a stoppage. Patrick Kennedy, time for one more rush.
Gaitan has got to stay in the center. He's got to stay center, though. If he does not stay center, that's another stall call. He's got to throw it right here. This might be it. Enough.
Out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness.
One.
Oh, my goodness.
Kennedy gets the stall call on the point, and we are tied at 8. Cyclone fans.
You can't be mad about that.
But that is the right call.
You can't be mad about that. That is the absolute right call. Gutsy, but right call there.
Kennedy forcing the stall, and now sudden victory. Can Gaitan get back on the horse, get the momentum back in his corner? Tries the duck. Lost his grip, never really got the hands locked. Kennedy circles back around. Front head position near the edge, and they go out of bounds.
My heart is racing. This is what it comes down to. A 141. Big match for both guys right here. Lots of heart.
Both wrestlers, you can see the exhaustion.
Yes.
The energy that they have exerted.
And Kennedy's keeping and pushing. He's trying to get that stall call.
Gaitan,
but he's staying in the middle.
He's going to have to try to pump on the brakes. Kennedy drops,
the hip
changes levels.
Watch the hip in, nothing yet. Watch him, he's cutting the corner. Running through, nothing yet. Coming through the middle. No, neutral danger yet. Kennedy's got to stand up. Whoever gets the height here is going to be in position.
Potentially dangerous with a minute 3.
Oh my goodness. This is it. You can feel everybody on their edge, waiting to see something happen. Either it's going to be excitement or quiet Hilton. Kennedy's still driving in with the underhook. Gaitan has got to circle here. They're just, oh, this is so exhausting. Gaitan still has that head position. I'm exhausted just watching this. Almost at 30 seconds left. Man, these guys are working hard.
They have used every ounce of energy, every ounce of fuel, and now you dig into the reserve tanks. What is in that tank for both corners?
Watch the stall call. Kennedy's doing a good job. But Kennedy doesn't want to shoot because he knows when he shoots, that's when Gaitan gets to the position of rolling.
Short time. Gaitan, Kennedy, they both look at one another, mutual respect, and they say, let's go to the tiebreakers.
Oh, man. This is so good. All right, Gaitan is going to, he's got to make a decision. They already deferred to him. Gaitan is going down.
Took a little while to reach the decision. He was looking over at his 2 assistants, Derek St. John, Brent Metcalf. So Gaitan starts underneath. Not a real explosive stand-up off the whistle. Tried to hit the sit, back into the sit-out position. Kennedy doing a good job latching on. Now Gaitan is free. 12 seconds.
Gaitan still got to wrestle with it. Remember, he has a stall call against him. He cannot back out. He's continuing to circle. At one point, this is a gut check. This is why you train in the offseason for moments like this. National television, knowing that the duel really hinges on this match.
And what's so great about this, we're still in the month of November.
Ryan time's at 12 seconds. That means there's a brick. A brick for locked hands.
Locked hands, and maybe an opportunity at your Iowa State. Let's give Gaitan some chance to recover. Brand sensing that over for Iowa. Brick came in from Dresser in the Iowa State corner.
I didn't even see when the brick was thrown, and secondly, I did not see the opportunity for locked hands. So, all right, let's unwind here. There's a brick call, looking for a locked hand somewhere. Now, maybe it was locked hands, maybe it wasn't. I can't see yet, but one thing we have to find out is, was it just a ploy just to give him a breather? Was it just to give Gaitan just a breath?
Again, in a college duel, in a setting like this, each team is allowed one challenge brick. If you win the challenge, you get the brick back. If you lose the challenge, then that brick is taken away, and you lose the potential to challenge anything moving forward.
Correct.
With Iowa State having only won the 2 matches remaining,
all right, there was no locked hands.
Dresser had to feel certain that he spotted it, and like you mentioned, was this...
The challenge was not in a timely fashion, therefore Iowa State loses their challenge.
Okay.
Oh, so they were late with the brick, and that's what Tom Brands was over in front, pointing out.
Hey, but look, it gave Gaitan a breather. You know, the chess match here really was there locking hands. I don't know, but my guy just got a 2-minute breather. He's got to hold down for at least 12 seconds. 13 seconds is better.
12 is the number. You see the energy from Kennedy, and now Gaitan got one swipe, comes back again. Kennedy trying to roll his way through. Gaitan cuts him off.
Where's the right time? It's in favor! It's in favor of Gaitan! The brick call was a good call, even though it wasn't there. We have an upset.
Deafening in Ames. Deafening.
Most exciting duel meet that you've ever been in.
This is the most electric duel meet there is in this country. I give all glory to God. I wouldn't be here without him. Don't ever listen to nobody that doubts you. I had media tell me I wasn't gonna win. I had a bunch of people. I saw a guy at Casey's yesterday. He said I wasn't gonna win. It's crazy. Listen to yourself. Listen to your thoughts. You got it. No doubt.
Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
What a win for MJ Gaitan after coming up just short in his previous 2 Cy-Hawk duels. It comes down to the tiebreaker. He was able to ride him out in the second tiebreaker. He knew he had it, the big smile. And a little Hilton magic for Iowa State at 174 pounds.
My heart is racing. This is awesome. This is awesome.
184, the top-ranked wrestler in the country, Angelo Ferrari, 16-1, pound for pound, coming out of high school. This was the guy, Ferrari. First year fully in the Iowa lineup. His opponent, Iowa State, went to the East Coast from Ryder. Isaac Dean ranked 10th. Really emerged last year as a go-to guy for the Bronx. Had a losing record his first couple of years, got it turned around last year, an NCAA qualifier.
Well, for you mathematicians, you know that Iowa has to win this match. It doesn't matter how they win it. They have to win this match to stay in the duel.
Been quite a start for Ferrari this year, living up to all the hype. 5-0. Has already won Big Ten Wrestler of the Week honors after going a perfect 4-0 at the National Duels in Tulsa. Recorded wins over fourth-ranked Zach Ryder of Oklahoma State. He had a sudden victory win over Dylan Fishbach of Ohio State. He took out the number 8 wrestler from Missouri. Had a win against Chris Moore of Illinois, so battle-tested in Tulsa. And he came away perfect, 5-0 this year. Melissa, Texas, number 1 recruit in the country, and this is the guy everybody wanted coming out of high school. 3-time state champion. The Ferrari family with AJ Anthony.
And Ferrari, you know he wants to be in this position. After a big win by Iowa State, you know he wants the pressure on him to know he has to deliver. That's a quick shot.
Gets in on the leg. Good job there by Isaac Dean. He comes back on the leg of his own.
No control yet. Looking for Merkel. Fantastic defense there by Dean.
One minute remains, 1 minute.
There was little doubt for Ferrari when he came out of high school. Talked about how everybody wanted him, but it was Iowa and it was the Brands brothers that brought him to Iowa City. He talked about the passion that those two have for the program, and he saw in them what his dad instilled in him. And it's so ironic, growing up, his father would always have the same video. It was a hype video 3 times a week where Angelo's dad would show him the Brands brothers doing their thing. And it looked a lot like that.
Iowa State.
Lightning quick. Low strike by Ferrari. Dean tagged with a stall call. Dean in danger of giving up the 3. But boy, look at the hips and the sprawl back and the fight from the transfer from Ryder.
That's a nasty defense. That single was great. And then where he was on that double, he looked like he was dead to his right. But my gracious, that's excellent defense by Dean. Excellent. You can feel the tension between the coaching staff. They know how important this is. Dean really came on the scene at the CKLV last year. That's when people started taking notice, like, who is this kid? He's actually really good. So good that Iowa State said, come on, wrestle with us.
He was one of the first athletes that Dresser talked to, one of the first guys that Iowa State landed this offseason in the portal, and Dresser started pulling matchups up, and he could tell that he was very athletic, and the thing that he really liked was he was tough to score on. Dresser's goal was to get him to score more points, not have so many close matches this year, and this is a guy that was a late bloomer to the sport as well. Keep in mind, he did not start wrestling until he was in the 8th grade. And looking at Isaac Dean, and stoppage in the action with 8 seconds to go in this first period. A patented low stance from Ferrari, and nothing through 1. Stall call on Dean, but that was it through the first 3 minutes.
I was really impressed with the defense that we saw from Dean here.
You look at the gauntlet of a schedule that Iowa has already wrestled in, and like I talked about, it's only the first month of the season. They took down number 16 Missouri. They beat 15th ranked Illinois. In one of the most entertaining duels I've ever watched, they took down Oklahoma State. And now here they are in Ames. Dean gets the escape and a 1-0 lead.
Interesting technique here. When he stood up, he reached across with his opposite arm and pushed that elbow away and then attacked it from that side by Dean. A lot of times you stand up, you see people attacking the same side of the lead leg. He used his other hand to attack. Dean does have a stall call against him.
What is it about Dean that makes him so tough to score on?
Well, obviously, he has spatial awareness. He knows where he is, and some guys, they bail out. He feels that he can fight to the last moment.
1 minute.
This time, Ferrari shot to the right leg. Usually shoots to the left leg of his opponent. Dean is staying in there. Now, his action have come off of the shots from Ferrari, but nevertheless, he's still showing himself. And when I say showing himself, he's not backing up. He's still there. That's a quick shot, again, to the left leg.
Continuation of action. Out of bounds they go, but that's twice that Ferrari has had Dean in a vulnerable position, and twice he's come up empty.
He's got some good hips there. Where's a wrist? And you can see that Ferrari's not discouraged. He knows that when you keep getting in like that and keep shooting, good things are going to happen. So he's not going to slow down. And he's got a stall call in his favor.
If you're just joining us, we started at heavyweight, meaning we will close at 197. Ferrari, the talented redshirt freshman. Dresser has been close in the past. These duels have been close in recent years. He thought he had Iowa a couple of years ago in Iowa City. They came up just short. Will this be the year for the Cyclones? Ferrari underneath. Draped over the right side of the body is Dean. Nowhere to go with that.
Hey, it's 3 minutes. Ferrari's been on the offensive, but it's only a 1-0 match. Can Dean, it's a 1-1 match. Can Dean get to a position where he gets that sneaky takedown? But we all know that Ferrari's extremely tough to take down.
Collar tie, Ferrari trying to dip low. Dean keeps his right hand behind the neck of Ferrari. Again, Ferrari comes at him, and now a stall call on Dean. Ferrari with those last 2 shots, able to generate the stall call, and Ferrari puts the pressure on Dean. He goes up 2-1.
Now Ferrari can go to his incredible defense. So Ferrari, he knows he's up, and he knows he can trust his defense. And there hasn't been a committed shot by Dean either.
You're Isaac Dean. You have that one go-to shot. Every wrestler does. You try to find it now. It's go time with 23 seconds.
You got to go for broke here. You got to go for broke here.
Look at Ferrari. Clamps down to the leg. Now has the leg curled up in a potentially dangerous situation. Iowa corner not liking that call, but it is what it is, and 14 seconds to go. 2-1 Ferrari. Stall call the difference right now. Drops down to his patented knee on the mat. Dancing around the center. Up and over and taken to his back. Boy, Dean doesn't want to give up a late fall here, and he won't. And Angelo Ferrari delivers as he silences the crowd. Iowa right back into it, setting up the drama at 197. And Ferrari says, quiet down, Hilton Coliseum. Quiet down.
They just got louder, but it wasn't loud for cheers. Oh, this is awesome. The Cyhawk duel. Building up the drama.
And then there was one. The finale coming up to determine this one. Will it be the Division III transfer or the 4-time All-American in his first Cyhawk? We're about to find out. Coliseum in Ames, Iowa, and the drama comes down to this: the 10th and final weight class to determine the winner of the Cyhawk rivalry, rivalry that dates all the way back to to 1919, and it's a rivalry that Iowa has had a strong stranglehold on. The Hawkeyes have won 20 straight. You have to go back to 2004, the last time Iowa State won. 2003 in this building inside Hilton Coliseum, and at 197, the two wrestlers. For the Iowa Hawkeyes, it will be Masoma Indine, the transfer they brought in from the Division III ranks, and there is Rocky Elam for Iowa State. The home run get in the transfer portal, the four-time All-American. Indine has been one of the great stories in college wrestling through this first month of competition. Started his career at Iowa Lakes Community College, went on to Wartburg where he starred there. Wartburg, a Division III program in the state of Iowa. And now here he is, his first year in Iowa City, wrestling in the biggest match of his career. The Hawkeyes and the Cyclones coming down to this.
And it is quiet in here. Everybody's here just on pins and needles, just waiting for something to happen. Rocky Elam, four-time All-American, stingy on his feet. He does a sweep single to his opponent's left leg and likes to finish high in the thigh. And he has a nice grind ride. And Dean, he just gets more and more confident and better as the season has progressed. Explosive, and on top, he has a little cross wrist tilt. You could feel the tension.
Hey, you could hear a pin drop right now, which is crazy considering the environment that we have enjoyed the past couple of hours.
So the question is, can Indine break the length of Rocky Elam? Elam does a good job of using his length to his advantage. So Indine needs to get underneath and finish quickly.
Comes in on a shot, Elam backing off halfway through this first period. Rocky Elam, four-time All-American at Missouri, and Rock, the last time we saw him healthy, he was competing all the way in the late night of the national semifinals. Harry's in on a leg, captures the second leg and gets the takedown. Elam draws first blood, goes up 3-0.
He will ride with wrists like motorcycle. You see how he has both wrists? Watch him try and roll him over, and then he's going to pick a side. He's rolling, and he's going to pick a side by rolling the wrist. This is where Elam is extremely tough. Rolling wrist and keeping pressure forward on his opponent. Now he's pushing forward and keeping the pressure. As soon as he comes across, watch the tight waist. Rolling the wrist, keeping the pressure forward. So the official said no one can improve, so we're going to call it a stalemate.
Elam lost the contact. He will get it put back in. When you look at his All-American runs into the semifinals, 2024, ended up 6th, reached the national semis in 23, took 3rd, 4th place in 22, and then 5th as a true freshman for Coach Smith in Missouri in 2021. Keep in mind, 2 of those 4 years, he was wrestling with injuries that required surgery immediately following the year. That's why he was a no-go last year. Just had to let the body heal. Hit the portal, thought it would take about a month or so for him really to commit to a program, but it only took a weekend before he decided it was Iowa State and the staff that Kevin Dresser has that he wanted to finish his collegiate career with.
And Dean, he does a knee slide. You see that right knee, that's what I meant. He's going to slide it forward. Now when he tripods, it's good for Elam because Elam can put the weight forward. Now, when Elam gets a lead like this is where he's very tough to beat. However, we saw Indine wrestle against the All-American Stout, and his last duel was down and he came back. for a win.
Indeem has been a giant killer. You mentioned the come-from-behind win that sent Carver to a frenzy, rallying to beat fourth-ranked Max Stout. He went 4-0 at the national duels. Pinned Missouri's Evan Bates, clinched a win over 10th-ranked Cody Merrill of Oklahoma State. He has delivered in this opening month for the Hawkeyes. A mat return of Elam back down. Cuts into the Elam riding time. Elam turns, faces, Indeem still with control on the leg, so we go back to the center.
You can see Indeem reaching for the cross wrist. When I say cross wrist, he's using his right hand to reach across to his opponent's left wrist. That's why we call it cross wrist. He's going to try and hit that and go for a tilt. Same thing that happened with Echmendia. They're putting their arms out so the opponents can't grab the wrist.
Elam away, he'll extend the lead. Loses his riding time advantage with Indeem. And a 4-0 lead for the new Cyclone in his Cy-Hawk debut. The Elam name, his brother Zach, a two-time All-American heavyweight at Missouri.
One minute remains, 1 minute.
Like so many wrestlers, Soma Indeem having a tough time getting to his offense against Rocky Elam.
Rocky is using a good way of keeping his length to his advantage, keeping the arms stretched and his legs back. So that means for a shorter wrestler, they have a longer distance to cover. So what Indeem has to do is close the gap. Similar to what Echmendia was doing at 141 by staying in the phone booth and create his offense from there.
The echo of Let's Go State bellowing through the arena here at Hilton Coliseum.
Good change of level there by Indeem. Indeem really hasn't had a shot yet. And it could be because of the stinginess of Elam.
So as we go to the third period, let's just lay it all out. Iowa State leading by 3. Obviously, Iowa needs a win and then some because you start to go down the list of criteria. First criteria, greater number of wins. If Indeem can pull off the rally here as he's in on that leg, that would square it up at 5 wins apiece. There have been no falls today, so then the third criteria becomes the decider with total match points scored. And entering this third period, Iowa State has the advantage there, 55-42.
And Indeem has picked it up. You can see that he knows that there's a sense of urgency. You need to have either feet to back or a couple takedowns. But Rocky Elam's been doing this for a long time. He's been in these barn burners. He's been in these gritty matches. He's been in the tiebreakers. One minute. This is it. The sense of urgency has to pick up for Iowa right here.
Stall call on Elam, that's the warning. Indeem simultaneously shoots. Elam comes right back. Shot of his own. In on the leg. Indeem keeping the far leg stretched away from the right arm.
This might be it.
Elam trying to hook it. Gets the 3. Still has his toe inbounds. Kevin Dresser realizing this might become a reality. Elam goes up 7. Dresser says keep him down.
This place is going crazy. And it's still 28 seconds left. Lots of things can happen, but Iowa State feels it.
Quick stand up, a little too quick underneath, trying to anticipate the whistle. Kevin Dresser has done so much, both as a competitor in this sport at the highest level and as a coach. 63 years old. He grew up in the state of Iowa, Humboldt, Iowa. 4-time ACC Coach of the Year, 2-time Big 12 Coach of the Year. As a competitor, he won a national championship for Iowa. The one part missing from that resume as a head coach, a win in this Cy-Hawks series.
You can see he's trying not to smile, but he feels it.
7 seconds, 10,000 strong, braving more than a foot of snow and a winter storm warning to come experience this moment. The transfer they brought in from Missouri, the 4-time All-American, to the chant of Rocky. And Rocky does it. Elam and Iowa State snaps the curse. The Cyclones back on the tally sheet against their in-state foes. Had the Cyclone Challenge to start the year, and a roster that Dresser put together, blending in some familiar faces with first-timers. They certainly hit a home run in the transfer portal, and some of those portal additions really paying off today.
They did. Everyone's going to think about Rocky Elam, but you got to think about the match like Frost, coming down from 141 to 133, beating the returning national finalists, getting a major decision at 141 for Etchemandia. This was a team effort, as you said, Sean, with some of the returners and the influx of some of the transfers. This was a fantastic win for the Hawkeyes, for the Cyclones.